She's hairless. What would I give to be naturally hairless?
I keep going with that.
And welcome back. I am Mamrie.
I'm Grace, and this might get clean. We're talking about spring cleaning.
Ooh, a time to just freshen up your whole life.
Yeah, to throw out all the bad and make room for all the good.
But also realize how much crap you just hang on to in the process.
Yeah, and that it makes you a bad person.
And are you a hoarder?
Today we're talking about spring cleaning in a different sense. We're talking about cleaning out your phone. You have had this idea for this app, which I think is genius, and if it exists, please let us know in the comments down below already, but if it doesn't exist, Shark Tank, listen up.
We take a lot of selfies because it's part of our job, and also we're very vain.
We don't have to explain it.
Okay, but what if you had an app you opened up where you take as many selfies as you want, you click the one you like, it goes to your camera roll, and the rest are deleted.
Immediately, on the spot, without a second thought about it, don't have to go back in your camera roll and ever see a trace that you were that narcissistic again.
Because sometimes when you're in your phone and you want to show a friend a picture and you have to scroll back and they see just how many selfies you take, it's mortifying.
Mortifying, and also we talked about this a little bit in our Text a Kid episode, go check it out, about how when someone says, "Can I use your phone?" that wave of shame washes over you because you know what's on there.
So today we are going to have that wave of shame in real life, in front of your very eyes, as we clean out our phones.
We're gonna lead by example.
Yeah. Have you heard that phones actually are dirtier than public toilets?
I did hear that 10 minutes ago when you said that to me.
Very cool. And I feel dirty seeing these photos. Who's up first?
Okay,
Diane?
well, just to preface this, we're gonna purge some of the pictures on our phones that we don't need to hold on to anymore, and we've kind of categorized these. We have selfie attempts, miscellaneous or like candid, sort of, you'll figure it out when you see it, and then dog. My selfie attempt purge is this photo shoot that I took on our flight back from New York about a week ago when you were sleeping like a sweet angel princess baby on the flight, and I just took maybe 50 to 60 selfie shots with you. I look crazy in all of them. You look amazing in all of them.
Thank you, I was unconscious.
I actually took so many to the point that the flight attendant leaned over your sleeping angel body and said, "Do you want me to take the photo?" He took this photo, and you can see the final one that made the cut on my Instagram. Also, when I walked off the plane, he said, "Glad we got that photo."
And meanwhile, I'm oblivious, and I'm like, they bonded. And just deplaying, not knowing there was like a whole entire America's Next Top Model, you get 200 shots. Here is what I actually Instagrammed. That's me in our Palm Springs home. I was experimenting with the self-timer because I had this bodysuit that I wanted to get in, and I couldn't, you know when you're like trying to get in your full outfit and then you're like, this is a MySpace photo.
Yep.
Here we
she
go.
just happens to
I'm
hold,
I'm taking a few, and then I decided, maybe this lighting doesn't work. Let's take this outside. So that's cool. I'm not kidding. You keep going. I took, I don't know, 400 photos to get
that was artistic.
That one that looked effortless.
Now I feel a little bit cleaner because those have now been purged.
Yes, no one can come across those. Next up, dogs. We happen to have two very adorable dogs, and therefore half our camera roll becomes our pooches.
So this is Goose in my closet, which I call her room because that's where her bed is and that's where she sleeps. She's so exhausted that she was sleeping like you on the plane, like a sweet angel baby, and I took a photo of her. And then
what is your fetish?
She looks adorable. She's at peace.
Sorry, you're the Annie Leibovitz of sleep.
But she looks like so comfortable. And then the next photo, she literally, like a drunk sorority girl at a sorority party, just like woke up,
like,
kind of.
Excuse me?
She was like, "Katie, leave me. I live here now." Oh, and there's another one of her, just like looking her best.
Doesn't look like one of the gargoyles that come to life at the end of Ghostbusters at all.
This is one where I forced her to have a photo shoot with me. She's having a great time here. I can't stress that enough.
She's not playing dead at all.
I can tell you as her owner that she was very happy and having a great time.
Okay, I'll let you have it.
Thank you.
Now I have a million photos of my pooch.
We know this, yeah.
Look at her. She's gorgeous. I run an Instagram account solely for her. That's the level of crazy and the level of pictures I take of her. She doesn't have a bad angle. Well, the butt, it's a little bit. It's a little much. However, when I was scrolling through my roll, as they call it, from now on, you're welcome, I realized how many photos I take of her like in live mode with the flash on and how miserable she is. And it's just like her just being like, I hate you. I hate you. And like every photo.
Okay, now on to the miscellaneous category. I don't know what this is, to be very honest.
This is a photo?
That's a photo.
I thought it was the Aurora Borealis. I legit thought this was the Northern Lights, and this is the best photo I've ever seen you take.
Thank you. Yeah, this is the north of something. I don't know what it is, but it's on my phone, so now it's gone. Purge. Okay, what do we have next? Oh, this is from...
Oh, don't purge this.
Well, this is one of 12,000. So this was backstage at Mamrie's first show that she did on her book tour in Brooklyn a couple weeks ago.
Drinking whiskey and eating veggie corn dogs.
And I ate the one that you didn't eat on stage, so...
Those corn dogs had been in a fanny pack that I wore the whole show.
Oh, and this is important, but I also need to purge it. It's when Kathy Ireland started following me on Twitter. I took a screen grab just, for, my scrapbook, my mental scrapbook.
I have a very similar photo that I'm purging.
Oh, can't wait. This is from Halloween 2016. I put candy out in the furthest spot at my house at the time away from my front door because I didn't want any kids to come to my front door. And I said, Happy Halloween. And don't forget to vote on November 8th. I don't want to purge this as much as I want to celebrate this. This is a selfie that my mom sent me the day Dirty 30 came out on DVD at Target. She went to her local Target.
Teresa, everybody. Our favorite viewer.
Yes, #1 fan. She stands us, etc. What all the young kids say. This is you, Val, and I at an 80s party from like a year ago.
I remember this because the only mirror we could find was in this bathroom, and we took like 900 photos. You got very artsy with the angles, I see.
It's the only way I got all of us in. It was the tiniest bathroom mirror, and Val did our makeup for the 80s party, and it was super fun.
Did we just forget that you could do front-facing camera?
Yeah. Oh, and then this is a photo of me and Wendy. And Wendy does my hair, and she's fantastic. And this should be purged for obvious reasons, so there's that.
How many of these did you have on your camera roll?
Only one. Yeah, it's a pretty specific photo.
I set it in front of my house the day after Halloween, and my note said, for the love of God, someone please take this away from me. Sincerely, a woman with no self-control. Oh, this photo I took last week. You guys, I was in a coffee shop, and the coolest girl I've ever seen in my life walked in. She was 3. So I snuckily took a bunch of photos because she was rocking the coolest outfit I've ever seen. She had a clear purse that had just $3 bills and a pacifier in it.
She is a badass.
She's the it girl of East LA. And as she walked out, I saw all the other tables go, that girl was cool. I was like, yeah, she was. She was also 3.
What is this?
This photo is a screen grab from my phone where I saw someone tagged me. They saw me late for a flight one time, and I was running through the airport, and they just Snapchatted it and said, Mamrie is running.
You look like where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
I do. I was in a hat phase. I put my hair up in the hat, but I just loved it because I was like, that ass. Oh, this, great. This is my screen grab. Golden Corral follows you on Twitter. I got sucked into their Twitter feed. Jeff Foxworthy was their spokesman at the time, and it made me homesick. And then I finally got that follow back 2 years later.
Whew.
I feel lighter. I feel tighter. I feel brighter.
We hope that this inspired you guys to perhaps purge some of the unnecessary photos and embarrassing or incriminating photos that you have on your phones. So best of luck with your spring cleaning, and don't judge us for ours.
Grace, who do we have a gratitude problem with today?
This comes on Instagram from Art by Kimstagram. She says, a little doodle in honor of my new favorite YouTube show, This Might Get. Much love to Grace and Mamrie for keeping me laughing.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Art by Kimstagram. And make sure if you want to be featured in an upcoming gratitude problem segment that you tag us like she did on the social medias, and maybe we'll shout you out.
And in the meantime, please subscribe to our channel and turn on your notifications. We're here every Monday through Friday hanging out with you.
God bless you.
It's the end of the day. I have no brain.